Hey guys, welcome back. If you missed my last video, yeah, it's a different channel name, but pretty much still the same content, just more of me, and yeah, it's actually good to be back. Um, but it's not without effort, and I do want to talk a little bit about my channel, the name change again. I just wanted to I guess in a way, I don't like being boxed in, and me being tied to a particular brand was kind of like limiting me from saying certain things. Not that I was like holding anything back, but I felt limited in that way with what I wanted to like share. This way, by changing my brand name to my name, I feel different. It's energetically just different. I feel like I can talk about whatever it is that I want to talk about and not hold back. And what's importantly is I don't feel boxed in. I don't feel like I have to hold back. I don't feel restricted. So that was the main reason behind the change. And plus, I don't know, I just wanted to, I don't know, switch things up, something new. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I haven't made a video in a while, and that's kind of also what I want to talk about in this video. So one of the topics that and I'm not in my normal setting, obviously. You're gonna, and again, you guys are gonna see a lot of different like backgrounds possibly. Me playing with the setup. I think I mentioned that in the other video. This is a follow-up video to that, and I haven't. It's been a few weeks since that video, but I'm definitely cooking up a lot of content for you guys, and I cannot wait to share it and talk about it. But yeah, it's been a little bit of a journey. I've been through a lot since I actually filmed my last video under the other channel name, The Self-Image Alchemist, and that's still very much alive. It's just new rebranding basically. I man, it's so funny. Like when you start something and you become used to it, you get in the flow of things, you develop a rhythm, you're motivated, you're doing it, and then when you stop and you try to pick that thing up again, it's like you can find every excuse in the book not to start again. Like every little thing you'll find, like, oh no, I can't start because of that. It has to be like perfect. And you're probably not even thinking that you want it to be perfect. That's probably not even really it. It's just hard to kind of just get back into the swing of things. Uh, it's like going to the gym or like working out. Like once you start and you can be really good at it at one point in your life, and then the second you stop, sometimes it can be hard to pick that thing back up again. And I feel like that's what kind of happened to me with like filming videos. Like first of all, filming videos has been like it's not easy. It's easy now. Now I can just pick up a camera and just go. But man, it took a while for me to get to that point. So it was definitely me flexing a muscle. And when I stopped, I feel like that muscle has kind of gotten out of shape. So when I start again, I'm like a little sloppy, a little clumsy with my words. I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm like, the setting has to be perfect. I have to be in my space. I have to be by myself. I can't have any distractions. And that's not always going to be the case, especially if you're trying to like start something. It's not going to always be perfect. The conditions are not always going to meet your standards. And you're going to find, if you're hesitant with something, you will find a bunch of things that will make you hesitate or procrastinate. And that's kind of the energy that I was in. And my reality was simply reflecting that, right? The same things that were preventing me from filming this video would have happened regardless if I filmed the video or not. And that's something that I had to relearn after flexing this muscle again. Like, man, I wish I hadn't stopped, but life happened. Yeah, that's a whole nother story. Maybe one day I get into like what happened with that. A lot of good things has happened though. I started going back to school, so that's a fun thing. But the main thing I want to talk about with this video is basically what I just said, is flexing that muscle and kind of like that. Let me tell you this way. There's a couple quotes by Neville Goddard. One is actually, I think it's actually from the Bible, if I'm not mistaken. Just stick with me. The first quote from Neville Goddard was, what was it? It was not the render unto Caesar. That's from the Bible. Oh yeah, that's what it was. If a man, that's what it was. He said, if man is ever hindered, and I'm kind of paraphrasing it, but I want you to get the gist of it. So if man is ever hindered, it is only by the state of consciousness in which he abides that hinders him. And the Bible quote that I wanted to give you guys, Neville Goddard has threw this around a few times. Render unto Caesar that which is Caesar's, all right? What that means to me recently is basically anything that we can possibly want in life is, and basically what that Bible quote means is fulfill your civic duties, your social duties, you know, your family duties, meaning pay your taxes, pay your bills, pay, you know, do all the adult things that you normally would do in your life, instead of like wishing or hoping for something to change without putting forth any effort, without doing anything. And the other part of that is, if a man is ever hindered, is only by his state of consciousness. Well, I'll get into that in a minute. Let's deal with the one topic at a time. So with the render unto Caesar that which is Caesar's, I almost forgot that I thought I was gonna be able to just pick up the videos and just boom, 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 start doing it, and it's gonna be easy. You know what I mean? I was gonna get back to the swing of things. Like, no, you don't start lifting or pushing bench pressing like 200 pounds or more and then stop and expect to go back into the gym after like months and start doing that again. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. You need to flex those muscles. It takes a little bit of effort, which brings me to my point. With any manifestation, it's going to take effort. With anything you want in life, it's going to take effort. And that doesn't mean that you're not meant to do that thing, or that the resistance and the things that come up in life are like holding you back, or people are like holding you back. No, people were going to do those things anyway. Those things are probably going to happen anyway. All right, that's independent of what it is that you want. If it's something that you want, then yes, it's going to take a little bit of effort. You cannot sit by idle and expect things to just happen. You know what I mean? Things can, but I don't recommend you sit by and expect that to happen. You know what I mean? Because if you're sitting around waiting and expecting things to just happen for you, you're in the wrong energy to receive. You really are. Like, you can, how can I word it? It's just, things just take effort. Like, you know, like with these videos, like I thought I was gonna be able to just pick this up and not have any distractions, that everything was gonna go perfect because I'm destined to do this, or I'm supposed to do this, or this is my desire, this is my manifestation unfolding, yada, yada, yada. And all of those things could be true. But we still live in a real world where everyone has free will and things happen that are just independent of us. And sometimes they may seem like they're working against us, when actually they're just things that happen. And how we respond to it is going to determine what, you know, we receive in life. And that's something that I really had to face recently. Like, this isn't just going to be, it's easy, but, you know, but it's easier than it was the first time around. Just putting in the effort and not letting little things stop me from filming is the main point. Was the whole reason I decided to film here. Completely unexpected. I'm a little off my game, but normally I have like things in order. I know exactly what I want to talk about. So this is all kind of off the top of my head, which is why I'm kind of like a little bit all over the place. Again, flexing that muscle. But yeah, it's taken effort on my part to just even show up and bring myself here. Everything else it's fine, but filming today kind of like not breaks the ice for me, but it kind of like, oh, it's like a warm up, like finally warming me up. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, yeah, back into things, back into the swing of things. And if it's anything that you're thinking about doing or picking back up, or just starting new, or that you want to create in your life, just know that you will get resistance, and it may take a little bit of effort. And that resistance doesn't mean that that thing wasn't meant for you. Like I tried to film. I gave you this one example. And maybe you guys can see it, but I had like a blood vessel, like, I don't know, I guess it burst in my eye. I don't know, I Googled it. But it lasted for the better part of 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks now, and I could still kind of see it in my eye a little bit. So that kind of made me not, it was gross looking. I looked like a zombie. So, and then I didn't have my hair cut, so it was bad. So I decided to like forget all of that and not film for a little bit. So that's the only reason I stopped. And I was like, why is there so much resistance? And I was like, it's not even, there's not a sign to tell me that I shouldn't like film or do this. It was just simply life happening and me, and I guess the universe's way of showing me that things aren't always going to be perfect and that I can still like show up basically. Because if I couldn't handle something as small as that, then I guess I'm just not cut out for this. And maybe this isn't my thing or what have you. And I realized that it's gonna take effort. It's just really that simple. Like I don't know how else to like really stress it, guys. Like sometimes it just takes a little bit of effort. And if you're confused on whether something is effort or like real resistance or like a shift, sometimes the universe can make that very obvious to you, and eventually it will. It happens in stages. Like if something's really not meant for you, you might get subtle hints, signs, what have you. Then eventually, if you don't follow those signs, the universe will make it extremely clear, or God, or whatever it is that you believe. It'll become extremely evident, like, okay, wait a minute, this isn't for me. And you'll feel it. But if you have any doubt in your mind, just keep putting effort in to whatever that thing is, and whatever effort looks like to you is really the important thing that I want to talk about. And again, if a man is ever hindered, it is his own state of consciousness that hinders him. And what that means, to me, at least, was that there's nothing that's really going to stop me from achieving any of my goals except the way that I'm thinking. And the way that I was thinking, I remember when I first started filming videos, or when I was about to lead up to my first couple of videos, I kept hesitating. It was my state of consciousness that was really holding me back. I really didn't have anything stopping me. I was almost creating the resistance by so much procrastination and hesitation, because again, that was my way of thinking. I had these insecurities and these just really negative thoughts around how I would perform, how my videos would perform. And I let all of that stop me from doing the thing that I enjoy doing, which is sharing information, sharing life lessons, sharing wisdom, sharing things about spirituality, which I haven't really dived into on this channel yet, sharing things about manifestation and changing your mindset, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, it was just that state of mind that was just kind of like not causing me to procrastinate, but just really just holding me back from like filming. You know what I mean? And I kind of had to go through all that again, and I realized, yeah, I'm not being scared away. It's just going to take a little bit of effort. And it's really, sometimes in life, it's really just that simple. And the answer might be in front of your face, and you may have to leave that thing and then just to circle back and be like, you know what, I was right. That was the thing. So this is kind of a video like that. Or an example like that. And I decided to share it in this video. Yeah, that's kind of like all I wanted to share, let you guys know what was going on. I did mention, yeah, I did start school. I did wanted to go back to school again. I never thought that I would, but it's opened the door to so many opportunities, and it turns out that I'm actually good at it. It helped me uncover a lot of limiting beliefs about myself. Completely unexpected, by the way, completely unexpected. I found some things that I do really love. Majoring in psychology, in case you were curious, that's what it is. I wanted to pick something that was kind of on brand for me, and it's gave me a lot of insight. Gave me, it's giving me, I don't know, just the vocabulary to really understand some of the things that I already talk about and give me that much of a deeper understanding. So expect a lot of rich content coming, heavy psychology based, heavy spirituality based, and just overall just life wisdom. You know what I mean? I'm still the self-image alchemist. That hasn't changed, but I'm also Forbes Jr. So if you do want to reach out, I do offer some forms of coaching, and eventually I want to start this group. Coming soon, more details on that. If you want to inquire about anything or have any questions about manifestation, about how to actually start living the life that you want to live, or changing your mindset, or yeah, just really changing your mindset, and just alchemize your entire life. That's kind of like what I've done. Like I look back, man, I can't tell you how much I've changed. Like it's ridiculous. Mostly in my mindset, and it helps me to feel a lot better. Man, I'm telling you, I've been to some really dark places, and I want to cover a wide range of topics that I've been through. But I've been through some really, really, really dark places, and I came out of it even brighter than I was going into it. Which says a lot, and it's not exclusive to me. This is something that you can do as well. You know what I mean? You can achieve those desires. No matter what you're going through. If you're going through a really dark time, you can come out of that. I've been in some really like depressed, dealing with like these crazy narcissistic, self-centered people, dealing with like just trying to get on my feet, having like dealing with like credit issues, old like bills, and just all kinds of things. It's all kinds of things. I promise you, you can come out of whatever it is that you're going to even stronger. I promise you. It's just some things they do take a little bit of effort, but don't let that effort scare for you. Work. I can't remember where I heard this before. I'm not even a religious person, but I think it came from like church or something, like from the Bible. It was like work was made for us, which is a very interesting thing. Work was made for us. I'm not sure what the exact quote is, but it's something along that. If you know, just leave it in the comments or something. But I think it's work was made for us or something like that. And that really struck me. I'm like, damn, work was made for us? Yeah, that really hit me. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's kind of true. Like, because we didn't have a means to like put in effort, work, then how will we achieve anything? You know what I mean? And it's really just that simple. Don't overthink that. You know what I mean? Sit with it, but don't make it complicated. The words are very simple. Work was made for us. All right? Work is made for you. All right? Not you weren't made to work, basically. Right? I'm not saying don't go to your job, don't work as hard. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying you weren't made to work. Work was made for you, basically, for you to accomplish things. It's an ability that you have, that we all have, to put in effort. The effort can be subtle, or it can, you may be required to do extreme things. But I promise you, the majority of the work take place up here. It's not nothing physical. It's just the way you think about whatever your problems are. There is a solution for every single problem. And if there isn't a solution for the problem, then I think you need to revisit the problem, because the problem probably really isn't the problem. You know what I mean? It's like saying, it's like walking through a doorway and going into like this closed room. There's only one door. There's only one way in and one way out. That's like me saying, well, that's a problem because there's no door on this side of the room. No, it's not a problem. The door is over there. Like, you weren't meant to go through the wall. And if you keep trying, You may think like, oh, it's a problem because I can't go through this wall right here, because it's not a door. That's a silly example, but I think it kind of illustrates my point. Like, it's not a problem. Like every problem you have, I promise you there is a solution. And I challenge you to kind of like sit with that. It can be hard, not to come up with a solution. No, 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 no. I challenge you to sit with that idea that there is a solution to every problem that you can possibly come up with, or that you may be going through. Circumstances, excuse me, are temporary. That's basically almost what the word means. Like, circumstances are temporary, period. Like, I don't care what that circumstance is. It can be a relationship, it can be a job, it can be a particular situation. It's and I'm gonna keep it short because I feel like I'm starting to ramble now. But see what happens when you don't have I didn't have a plan. It's a little all over the place, but still, I want to get this to you. Yeah, sir, it's temporary. Circumstances are temporary, I promise you. Like, I've been to places in my life, or very dark places, and I never thought I would get out of it. Looking back at it, like, oh, man, I just want to send myself so much love, man, because I've been through it. And, I wish I had someone there to tell me that, to expose certain things to me. But I didn't have anyone to expose this stuff to me, like to tell me that, it will be okay, or that I can do this. I couldn't even do that for myself. And then I realized, like, oh shit, I can do this for myself. I can tell myself that I'm okay. I can tell myself. I had to convince myself, not only convince, I had to prove to myself that I can do hard things. A lot of I went through a lot of lessons recently, but I promise you, a little effort and resistance, just ignore resistance. Resistance isn't really resistance. You know what I mean? It's just things that come up it's just like waves in the sea, basically. You can surf them. All right, you don't have to let them crash on you. They only crash on you if you're like standing still or you're going against it. Just ride them. Well, it could be turbulent. You may be dropping stuff, falling off. Just ride the wave. You know what I mean? Put in effort anyway. Go with it. Don't try to like go against it. Your resistance, because it's not really. There's a solution for every problem is basically what I'm trying to say. All right. So I don't want to keep rambling on this video. So yeah, like I said, I didn't tell you where you can reach me at, but I will leave it in the description. You can reach me at hello@ForbesJr.com, I believe. hello@ForbesJr.com. Yeah, so that's the email. That's my new brand email that you can email directly on. A lot of my old links probably won't work. I haven't gotten around to fixing them just quite yet. Some of them I did change, but if you see an old one, if you click on it, it's only going to send you to that link anyway. So, just FYI. But yeah, that's why I'm going to leave this video. Anything you desire is achievable, it's possible, and there's literally nothing that can stop you. There's nothing that can stop you. There is a way through everything you can possibly come up with, or that can come to you. There is a way to achieve your desire. I promise you. And more than likely, it's just something you're not seeing because of the way that you're thinking about it. And you might not even be thinking negatively about something. You can just be thinking in the wrong way. It's just that simple. Doesn't mean you're thinking wrong or anything. You're just not in that mindset. I was struggling to make videos for a point because I wasn't in that mindset. But once I started making videos, it's like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I could do that, I started to think like a YouTuber. It was different once I started to make them. But before that, I wasn't thinking about YouTube. I wasn't thinking about lighting or the sound or where I was. I wasn't thinking about anything. I was just thinking about the usual stuff. I wasn't in that mindset. You know what I mean? So any resistance you come up, just because you're not embodying the mindset of that, fully embodying the mindset of that desire. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can reach me at hello@ForbesJr.com. I said a lot in this video, a little bit all over the place, a little bit of rambling, but hey, that's just me. I'm just being honest. That's who I am. And the future videos would be a bit more tighter. So, you know what I mean? Just for you, a bit more tighter. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna leave this. So, you know, I am Forrest Jr. and I'm also the Self-Image Alchemist. Comment, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.